Welcome back to Speak Van Holden 247, etc. If you like, subscribe, and share. If you don't, kick rocks. First video of January 2022. I just recovered from the flu and I'm back with you. First video of the day, dealing with something that happened back in 2014. I'm just gonna give you my view on this here. Back in 2014, this occurred. Antonio Hicks, a 19-year-old male who killed his mother's Nicolina fiance, Johnny Clyburn, who was a military police. Like I said, this happened back sometime in May of 2014. Now, I'm gonna roll the clip and again give you my take on it. I'm making the case for the youngster. I believe that the youngster was justified in killing him and trying to kill his mother. Here's why. Roll the video.
The mother of 19-year-old Antonio Hicks, charged with killing Air Force Sergeant Johnny Clyburn last Tuesday, is speaking out. She believes her son was simply jealous of the love she had for the decorated sergeant. Clyburn was engaged to Hicks' mother. She calls her son a monster, wishing he could be sentenced to death for his heinous crime. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig has.
To me, he's a monster. You were smart enough not to shoot yourself like that. You knew exactly what you were doing.
Nicolina Pace is talking about her 19-year-old son, Antonio Hicks, who allegedly shot the man she was so eager to marry, her soulmate, Air Force Sergeant Johnny Clyburn.
I think the devil was Antonio, and I think he was jealous. I think he was jealous that he had to leave, because he knew he had to leave. We were planning a wedding. We didn't want you here. He knew he had to leave. And John was not going to take care of a grown man that wasn't even trying to help himself.
Nicolina says her fiance was her everything, their love like a fairy tale. And she says all John ever tried to do was help her son, who was never diagnosed with a mental condition. But she and John thought the 19-year-old had some sort of problem, and John tried to help him get on Social Security. But Nicolina says her son never followed through, and he resented that he was going to have to move to Florida to live with his father.
If he does have schizophrenia and mental illness, he gives those people a bad name. I don't even believe he has that. I just think he has the devil in him.
The day after Memorial Day, when Sergeant Clyburn got home from work, he was in the basement cleaning up something Antonio broke.
So John turned around and see what Antonio wanted. That's when Antonio shot him.
Nicolina said she started hitting Antonio. He left the basement, but then came back.
What do you think made him come back downstairs?
Because I think he still thought John was alive.
And Nicolina does not waver when she says she wishes her son could get the death penalty.
Like a petition or something where he can get the death penalty and we can make an example out of him. I would be the first person to put my signature at the top. I don't think he deserves to be here. He knew how I look.
Now, as you see that video, his mother, she didn't look really into the camera. She was very nonchalant when she spoke about how she wished he'd get the death penalty, how he should be murdered by the hands of a state. She has no problem, no feelings when she's saying this here. You can hear the lack of love. Now, she was so concerned with getting with Johnny Clyburn for the benefits and the sex, mostly for the benefits that come with his military background, that her son could see the coldness in her, how they was pushing him away. And Johnny Clyburn, he caused his own death in this regard because as a man, he was so preoccupied with a woman that didn't even love her son. So she couldn't have loved you. And he damn sure couldn't have loved himself not to be able to see these simple, overt things that was taking place in front of him. She knew that her son had a little mental illness, whether he was diagnosed with one or not. However, when they arrested him and took him, they realized that he did suffer from some type of psychological disorder. But as a mother, she knew it. This is why they didn't want the child staying with him. Now, if you look at the video, how she could just go on and on and on and on, how she felt like he was jealous. She felt like he was a demon. Well, you can hear there's no love in her heart for the child. Of course, the child was upset that he may have to go stay with his father because he's staying with you now. So obviously staying with the father, it was an issue there. And you're pushing him back somewhere where he don't want to be, can't get the help, and you didn't give him the help that he needed. First of all, nothing is said about what she really tried to help him with while he was there prior to meeting this man. And then when she said he knew he had to go, she said this with such conviction that it calls into question, was this child being abused? He was 19, but he's still a child. He's a child in the mind as well, probably around 15 years old or 13 years old. We have to keep in mind that just because someone is 19, 20, don't mean that they are grown in the mind. We all seeing a lot of mental retarded adults. They grown, but they mentality. Now, when you look at this whole situation, at how she was carrying herself through the interview, not once did she say, I forgive him. I'm pretty sure she's a Christian. But even Johnny Clyburn mother, which is an older woman, she said that the child should be executed. None of these black women showed any concern or love for the child. And then for them to speak with the news people and say that the boy is worthy to be executed, it's a deeper reflection that something was wrong with the woman, Nicolina, his mother, as well as Johnny Clyburn mother. They some cold bitches. That's what it is. Now, Antonio attempted to kill his mother, but he failed at it. That's the bitch that should have been dead. Because you abused that boy. You abused him, and the abuse is clearly seen. It's a drastic measure for a boy to try to kill his mother. The boy been staying with you all this time, but when Johnny Clyburn come into the picture, he get desperate because you was trying to push him away. He saw it. He saw the love you didn't have for him, and he saw how cold you turned, bitch. He saw how cold you turned to the point to where y'all was probably telling you gonna get the hell up out here. I don't care where you can go stay. See, you drove him to do what was necessary. See, you're not gonna mistreat these kids you bring in the world and think there's no repercussion. There's repercussions for laying your nasty booty ass down, having a child, and then you're not with the man. It's consequences, okay? It's consequences. You saying what he took from you, well, bitch, what did you take from him? What did you fail to give Antonio Hicks? Because you're a cold bitch. You're a cold bitch. Anybody looking at the video can see you're a cold motherfucker. You're an unloving motherfucker. Because if you can't love your son, bitch, you didn't love Johnny Clyburn. That's why he was murdered. You helped murder that man. Because the way that you was treating your son. Y'all didn't try to help that boy. Right today, I tried to Google where is Antonio Hicks today. You don't hear anything after they convict these guys and put them up. They just kids. Today, I wonder, have she reached out to her son? These the same motherfucking women. They can forgive white people killing and raping our people. They can forgive the police killing our people on the street, but you can't forgive your own son. This is the type of shit that we got going on. A woman so caught up with a man that she neglect her child. She knew her child had a mental issue. This is why they was trying to get him Social Security. Keep that in mind. They was trying to get him Social Security. So whether if he was diagnosed with something formerly or not, the mother knew there was a problem. They didn't want the child. When Johnny came into the picture, they just say, fuck it. He probably say it's me or him. And it drove it to that point. Now the man, Antonio, stayed with you 19 years and didn't hurt you. All of a sudden he hurt you when he had to go. The boy wasn't prepared. You didn't try to prepare him. So you put him in a desperate situation. He resorted to some drastic measures. And I say his actions was justified. I'm only upset that he didn't kill the mother. Because after listening to the bitch, she should have been dead. Now I'm going to sign off. That's all for today, but that's my take on it. Antonio Hicks was justified in killing Johnny Clyburn. He failed to execute his mother. Nevertheless, he would have been justified as well. Thank you. You're dismissed.